Saving money feels responsible, but nobody warns you what happens to that money over time. You open your banking app and see the numbers slowly growing each month. That small growth creates comfort and a sense of control. But comfort is not the same thing as progress. And this difference quietly shapes your financial future. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people never calculate. Money doesn't just sit still, it competes with rising prices every year. Groceries, rent, energy, and transportation quietly become more expensive. Meanwhile, your savings grow at a painfully slow pace. This gap is where people start losing without noticing. Let's talk numbers for a second, because feelings hide the real damage. Most savings accounts pay around 1% per year. That sounds fine until you measure time honestly. Using simple math, money at 1% needs 72 years to double. That's almost an entire lifetime for one doubling. Now add inflation, which quietly works against you every single year. Inflation averages around 3 to 4% historically. That means your money loses value faster than it grows. Even though the balance number increases, its power decreases. This is the illusion almost everyone falls for. Losing money usually feels dramatic, but this loss feels invisible. Nothing crashes, nothing explodes, nothing triggers panic. Life continues normally while your future options shrink. That's why people don't react early enough. The danger doesn't feel urgent until decades pass. Now let's compare this with investing in the stock market. Historically, broad stock markets return about 10% per year. Not every year is positive, and volatility is normal. But over long periods, growth dominates the noise. This changes everything when time is involved. There's a simple mental shortcut called the Rule of 72. You divide 72 by your yearly return. The result shows how many years it takes to double money. For example, at 5% it takes 14 years, but at 20% it only takes 5 years. At 10% returns, money doubles roughly every 7 years. Compare that to 72 years at 1%. Same effort, same discipline, completely different outcomes. This isn't about intelligence or luck. It's about choosing an engine that actually moves. Compounding rewards speed over comfort. And time multiplies whatever system you choose. Let's imagine two people starting at the same time. Both save $300 every month consistently. One keeps everything in savings for safety. The other invests in broad stock indexes patiently. After decades, the difference is massive. Not because one worked harder, but because one let money compound faster. Early contributions matter more than late intensity. Time creates momentum that cannot be replaced later. This is why starting early beats starting big. Many people fear stocks because short-term drops feel scary. But avoiding growth carries its own guaranteed. Inflation is certain, market crashes are temporary. Doing nothing feels safe but costs the most long-term. Risk isn't just volatility, it's stagnation. Smart money gives each dollar a specific job. Savings handle emergencies and short-term stability. Investments handle long-term growth and future freedom. Mixing these roles reduces stress and improves outcomes. It's not all or nothing thinking. Wealth rarely comes from dramatic moves. It comes from boring consistency over long periods. The math always favors patience, and patience beats panic almost every time. Most people quit right before compounding accelerates. That's why understanding this early matters so much. You stop chasing hype and start building systems. Systems work even when motivation disappears. and they protect you from emotional mistakes. This is how financial clarity is built. Once you see money this way, decisions become easier. You ask better questions before choosing where money goes. You stop focusing only on safety and start focusing on sustainable growth. That mindset shift changes everything. Real wealth grows quietly in the background. It doesn't announce itself with luxury or noise. It compounds while life happens. And it rewards consistency over time. That's the part nobody glamorizes. So the goal isn't to double money quickly. The goal is to avoid losing slowly. Beating inflation is the real baseline. Growth above that creates real progress. Everything else is noise. If this video made something click, that's a good sign. Financial clarity feels quiet, not exciting. But it changes your future dramatically. Understanding money early saves decades later. That's the real advantage. Take 5 minutes and look at where your money sits. Ask whether it grows faster than prices. If not, that's information, not failure. Awareness is the first upgrade. Action comes after clarity. If you found this useful, hit like to support the channel. Subscribe if you want clear money explanations without hype. And comment below where most of your money sits right now. Savings, investments, or somewhere else entirely. Your answer says more than you think.